My escape is my buried hopes. Media is the way I cope. My own social anxiety pauses the possibilities. Creative, not adventurous. I am commonly cautious. Made a daring escape. It didn't change my fate. I didn't arrive at a place beyond my mental state. Made a daring escape. Once was in the background, was steering my head down. Didn't make a commotion, feared retaliation. Was passively undetected. I didn't get rejected, but I also didn't say a peep. My goals weren't manifested. I didn't sow, I didn't reap. I didn't talk, they say it's cheap. I lived vicariously through screens, hanging on their arms. I was barely on the team. You were inspired by the art, but you're smitten with the artist. You dodged Cupid's darts, his arrows missed. You were enthralled by the art, but you were tempted by the artist. You tell them apart, you did resist. I'm not her. I'm not your hypothetical girl. I'm not her. I'm not your hypothetical girl. I'm not her. I'm not your hypothetical girl. You treat me like a hypothetical girl. Swear I'll react like every lady in the world. Assume I'll only desire what you expect. Convinced I'll only be what you predict. Done already, made up your mind. Project your vision of a stereotype. You picked out the ending, wrote my lines. I'm confined to the role of your design. A disorder, consumed by the inner intruder. I'm compelled and overwhelmed. I'm anxious, what's the purpose? My triggers track on fingers, my compulsions and fixations. Each routine is a regime. I'm nauseous, I'm exhausted. You brought it up, then swept it under the rug. You're who mentioned it. Remains you resurrected, told in a sarcastic tone, then told me to leave it alone. Claim it was in the past, you're who brought it back. His type's a gold digger, buckled to give to her, grabbing with his treasure. I'm his girl no longer. His type's a gold digger, his hypocrite behavior. He says he's against her until his your old self was left stranded. That old friend feels abandoned. Are there parts that should have stayed? Did you have to trim so much away? What would your old self relay? The thing you adored about him was that he adored you. That was the beginning and end of the attraction for you. It was no more, no less. He waited in your queue. The thing you adored about him was that he adored you. You think he's more than good enough, but you didn't want to have to bluff. Sometimes you don't have chemistry or mutual compatibility. Your politeness, unrelated to ethics. Your status quo, unrelated to morals. Your honesty, unrelated to integrity. Your slander, unrelated to candor. You know that I've got time. Got your back and you've got mine, honey. I let them know that time. When your friend opened her mouth and her rude comments came out, she looked at me for approval and was met with my refusal. She tried to belittle you and expected me to agree. Let me tell her one thing she don't know about me: I'm protective. My figurative vertigo is shrinking my potential. Back and forth swaying, been emotionally straying. Disorganized and disoriented, I'm confused and I've lamented. Falling over, I'm dizzy as I'm sober. Oh my, I've lost my balance. I'm not under the influence. The plight is despite all my might. I'm not agile or upright. Age didn't make you better. Age didn't make you smarter. You said you'd be wiser by now, but age only made you older. You think you have learned it all, finished growing, standing tall. Young but look down on the youth. They are way, way more astute than you will give them credit. To you, their ideas aren't valid. Nightclubs, traffic and ticket stubs. She's in sunny weather, boat riding and theater. New names in a new city, she's sitting pretty. She's adapting and transacting, I'll sing it out loud, I'm so proud. She's reinventing and cementing, I'll sing it out loud, I'm so proud. She's departing and embarking, I'll sing it out loud, darling, take a bow. New names in a new city, street signs and properties, museums and restaurants, an address she will flaunt. You thought I opened up to you. I talked so much, said nothing new. You thought it was a breakthrough, was way past due. I move my mouth and you listen. You thought that I finally let you in, faked my participation. I had you believe